Hello there, I'm Michael Giblin with Fiddlershop.com, and this is a video for our dear customer Noah. I have 3 of the Holstein Premium Bench violin templates for you to listen to, and I'll talk a little bit more about the different templates and kind of what you can expect and what you can't expect in a minute. But this first one is the David, the Holstein Premium Bench David. Up second, this is the Holstein Premium Bench Kreisler. And up third, this is the Holstein Premium Bench Cannone. All right, Noah, all great sounding instruments. I like different aspects of all of them, but I think my favorite of the 3 was this last one, the Cannone. And I mostly just like it had a lot of just really warmth and sort of meatiness to the sound, and just felt very like I was really getting a grounded like core to the sound. The first two, maybe a little bit brighter of sound, a little more ethereal. Some nice aspects to them still. So about the templates, they're really a reflection of the dimensions and patterns that the original violins were made with. And so since these famous violins became, stood out amongst all the violins in the world as, Paganini's Cannone, makers have, gotten the dimensions, and so they're really, I'm sure you know all this, just sort of a reflection of, it's modeled after this famous violin, and hopefully it'll sound just as good. And many times it does, as opposed to just, making your own template. Why not follow one of the best ever, in over 400 years of violin making? Why not, follow to the millimeter every dimension like the one? So they're not really a prediction, and we write sort of, I've written those charts that have rules of thumbs or guidelines to how the templates typically sound. And it's kind of over my experience here at the shop and generalization of how they, more often than not sound. However, it's like brewing a batch of beer or something. You could work on a violin for months, and then it turns out, well, this one's a lot brighter when I thought it was going to be darker, and this, vice versa. Sometimes you never know what you're going to get. Maybe that's not the best analogy. Maybe they're like children. You do your best and you raise them, and some of them turn out to be great, and some of them turn out to be kind of rotten, and I don't know, you did the same thing for both. So the analogies are still a work in progress here. So the Cannone, I typically say, is very dark and powerful, and the Kreisler has a little bit more sweetness to it. It has a lot of similarities to the Cannone, but it's like possibly a little sweeter. The David also is in there of the templates that I traditionally like, of sort of that warmer, powerful sound. Some of it is just, they have, different strings. The Eva Perazzi green strings are a little bit brighter. So there's, just little differences that you can also make when you receive the violin if you want it a little bit darker, a little bit brighter. So I've probably rambled enough there. Basically, my advice is for everybody else watching, you can always request a demo video just like this to hear, 3 examples of violins that you're interested in and you're considering, because every violin is different and unique, and it's going to sound a little bit different, and also depending on the day. This one, changes in temperature and changes in humidity. Everything adjusts a little bit after being set up, and so it's always, you can always listen to the examples, and we're happy to do that for you. Thanks so much for watching all this. We look forward to seeing you at Fiddlershop.com.
Fiddlershop.